Well, it's about that time again that we do an entire portfolio review and we go over every single dividend paying stock and ETF that I'm currently holding throughout my multiple portfolios across multiple different stock market brokerages. Now I say this because just as of recently, I've been spending quite a bit of money loading up on some of my favorite names and growing this portfolio bigger and bigger day by day. So if you want to see me break down my 7-figure dividend growth portfolio, show you exactly every single position within it, and also of course share with you which positions I'm trying to build out extensively as of right now, make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. I just finished my brand new dividend investing ebook where I share exactly how I went from zero to now over 7 figures invested, and also on how I earned more than $6,000 per month in dividends. I also finished my custom dividend tracker that you can use to track your dividend income progress on an ongoing basis. So make sure to grab yourself a copy of my dividend investing ebook and the new dividend tracker today. It's the first link in my description. So first off, I suppose if you guys are new here by chance, welcome, and this right here is my master dividend tracker with every single position throughout my multiple portfolios. And of course, you can grab the same exact tracker to track your own progress. It's the first link in my description. Now in this portfolio as of right now, I think I have around 35 different positions that I've basically been building out for the last 7 or so years. And as of right now, this portfolio is estimated to earn around $72,000 or around $6,000 per month. And of course, this is going to change because likely in the future dividends are going to be raised and hopefully not often, but even cut at times. So again, this is all just estimated to give you an idea where this portfolio is sitting as of right now. Now, before I share with you which stocks and ETFs that I've been buying a lot of as of recently, let's go through the entire portfolio so we're all up to speed. So first, I have 1,748 shares of ticker symbol BDJ, the BlackRock Enhanced Equity Dividend Trust. Now, this is a BlackRock closed-end fund that I really haven't been adding much to, but as of recently, I think I did actually add a few more shares, so I most likely have to get this updated. Next up, we have the Amplify Enhanced Dividend Income ETF Devo. We have 1,449 shares. And side note, Devo is actually one of the ETFs that I've been buying a lot of as of recently, and I'm going to share with you guys in a minute exactly why. Next, we have my shares of Verizon. Have not added any more Verizon. Anytime recently, we have 1,262 shares of Verizon, and I'm really hoping that Verizon does also do another dividend increase later on this year, but I guess at this point, I should just be thankful that Verizon doesn't do a dividend cut. Next, we have our 1,000 shares of Apple. We have our 2,715 shares of QYLD. Now this is an interesting one. This is a position I have not added to as of recently for a while. Although as far as all the covered call ETFs, QYLD is starting to get my attention again, but I probably won't add any more QYLD. I'll probably save that money and add more JEPQ or SPYI. Next, another one of my positions that I have been adding a lot to as of recently, which I'm not sure if this is all the way updated yet, but we have 2,838 shares or something around there of ticker symbol Realty Income. Now, because Realty Income is still trading pretty low as of right now, at least filming this video, Realty Income has been one of my daily or bi-daily buys over the last week or so. And even though Realty Income isn't my main focus right now as far as building this portfolio out, Realty Income definitely still is one of those single stocks where if it's on sale, I'm probably going to grab a few shares. Next, we have our 1,248 shares of JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, JEPI, of course. I have not added any more shares of JEPI and don't plan on doing so, at least as of right now. We then have another position that I have added to as of recently. We have EPD or Enterprise Products Partners. EPD was down a little bit. I want to say maybe a few days ago or so. I think I grabbed maybe 5 or 10 more shares. And honestly, I can't really say anything but good things about EPD. It's done my portfolio really good over the several years that I've held on to it. Next, we have ticker symbol BST with the BlackRock Science and Technology Fund. 700 shares, nothing new there. We have our dreaded 611 shares of Medical Property Trust, MPW. I'm really hoping that they're not going to do another dividend cut, but it looks like it's probably on the table. Next, we have my number one favorite covered call ETF. We have JEPQ, 503 shares. Now, I haven't added any more JEPQ. I will do so if it dips in price, but as of right now, just holding. Next, we have 300 shares of ticker symbol OHI, nothing new there. We still have our 246 shares of NUSI. We still have our 194 shares of XYLD. We do have 558 shares of SHD. So as I've talked about pretty extensively now, I'm really trying to build my SHD position very aggressively throughout this entire year, trying to get to around 1,000 shares by the end of this year. Although I might change that strategy just a tad, which I'll share with you guys towards the end of the video. Next, we have Ultra Group, ticker symbol MO, 311 shares. I was actually tempted to buy some more Ultra because it was dipped in price, but I can't remember if I did grab a few shares. Maybe I did, but for the most part, still holding off until it gets much cheaper. Next, we still have our 261 shares of NNN or National Retail. We have our JP Morgan 100 shares, safe and sound. We have our 293 shares of Vici. We have our KMI Kinder Morgan 59 shares, Main Street Capital, another one that I would definitely be interested in grabbing more shares of if it does go on sale. We still have our dreaded 89 shares of Walgreens, our 315 shares of WP Carey. We have PNW 47 shares. We also have 255 shares of Tesla. Tesla did announce the stocks, but at this point though, I'm just going to hold on to my Tesla and see what happens. I bought Tesla originally as sort of a gamble play, so. And also it's nice that I did sell cover calls on my Tesla position, at least some of my shares, so I didn't lose as much money as it's been decaying in price. But again, this is why I always keep these positions, this style of positions that do have a little bit more risk associated with it, a little bit smaller compared to the rest of the portfolio. Then the last few positions, we have not changed absolutely anything. We still have our UPS shares, we have our Pembina shares, we got our shares of Arbor, Extra Storage, Simon, Simplify Volatility ETF, SVOL, we have our Stag, we have our T-Row, we have our Kimberly-Clark, we have our VNQ, our Coca-Cola, and our Public Storage. So all in all, this is how the portfolio is sitting as of right now. Like I said, I still have to go through and update some of these positions. I do actually think that I have a few more shares of SVOL and KMI and a few other names in there. But overall, this gives you a good idea of what I'm holding as of right now. And to give you some context in case you're a little bit confused on my holdings or where I'm really trying to go with this, I'm currently a 31-year-old dividend growth investor that's not necessarily looking to live off my dividends today or tomorrow, but I am interested in having a significant amount of cash flow being paid for my stocks and ETFs, because I would say in the next 3 to 5 years, I do want to use at least some of the dividend income, if not a majority of it, to help out with things like bills or vacations or whatever else life might bring ahead. So that probably gives you some context on why, even though I'm a relatively younger investor, some of these names are a little bit higher yield. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Now, I did mention that I was going to share with you some of the names that I've been purchasing extensively as of recently. And the names specifically are definitely Devo, ticker symbol O, Realty Income, EPD, and then SCHD. Now, at the start of this year, I kind of talked about the fact that I was going to use most of my cash balance ongoingly to just buy shares of SHD, which is still a major part of my strategy moving forward. But what pretty much always happens, at least for me personally, my strategy is always going to shift a little bit this way or that way as time goes on. And already this year, just about 2 months into this year, I already have been diverting a little bit more of my cash balance and loading up on more Devo just because I want some more exposure to what Devo has to offer. Now, that being said, I'm still going to grab a minimum, hopefully, of 1 to 2 shares of SHD every single day, every single trade this entire year, which will get me very close to that $1,000 goal by the end of this year, with a few bigger purchases hopefully at some point here. But still, I do want to make sure that this portfolio is still cash flowing a decent amount. So by using names like Devo and with Realty Income, where with how high Realty Income's yield is as of right now, and even some satellite positions like EPD and others, I do still want to make sure that the total monthly dividends in this portfolio is going up and up and up over time. And although SHD doesn't have a horrible starting yield, just solely buying SHD is not really going to be perfect for my strategy, at least as of right now. But what's cool about investing is over time, your strategies might change a little bit here and there. I do think it's very important to have somewhat of a strategy and stick to it. And that's definitely what I've done from the beginning. So now that we went over my entire portfolio, I showed you how much dividend income I'm earning on an estimated annual and monthly basis as of right now. Now I want to hear from you guys down below. Out of this entire portfolio, if you had to buy one stock and sell one stock, what would they be? Drop the ticker symbol in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.